the very noisy house. Long, long ago, there was a man who lived in a very noisy house. He would walk in his house and he started noticing. Well, first he would noticing the tick-tock, tick-tock of the grandfather clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. Oh, then, well, his house was right next to a park, and he would hear the kids outside playing. Na, 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 na. And then the wind would get going. Whoosh, whoosh. And sometimes he couldn't stand it, and he would just stand in his living room and he would yell, "I want some quiet!" Well, one day he had just had it, and he decided, you know what? I need to go to the wisest woman in town. She lives at the end of the village, and she reads a lot of books, so she knows everything, and I'll see if she can help me. Walked right over and said, "Good day, madam. I've come to ask you an important question. You see, I need to know, how can I want some quiet in my house. How can I get it?" "Ah," said the woman, looking up from her book. "I have an important question to ask you. At your house, do you have any chickens?" "Well, chickens," he said. "Where would a man get eggs for his family and chickens for Sunday dinner if I didn't have chickens? Of course I have chickens." "Well, go back to your house, go into your living room, and bring your chickens on in." "Chickens in the living room? That's crazy. Are you sure?" "I am the wise woman," she said. Okay. So the man went back to his house, got his 12 chickens, brought them right into the living room, and pretty soon the chickens were making chicken sounds. The man said, "I want some quiet." My goodness, the old woman must not have understood me. He marched back to her house. She said, "Oh, good day, sir. Are you back so soon? How did it work out?" She said, This is even worse than ever before." She said, Oh, well then I have another question to ask you. At your house, do you have any cows?" "Well, of course I have cows. Where is a man going to get milk if I don't have cows?" "Go back to your house, get your cows, and put them into your living room." "Cows? There's already chickens in there." "I'm the very wise woman. Listen to me." So the man went back. He got his 12 cows, put them all into his living room. Pretty soon, the cow was making cow sounds. Moo, 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 moo. Chickens are making chicken sounds. And the man said, "I want some quiet." Oh, man. This time he marched back across town. He was getting kind of peeved at this. He walked back and he said, "Look, I said I wanted some quiet." She said, "Oh, yes. Well, sir, do you have any dogs and cats?" "Well, of course I have dogs and cats. How's a man going to keep rats out of his barn if I don't have dogs and cats?" "Go back to your house. Get your dogs and cats. Put them into your living room." "There's already chickens and cows in there." "I'm very wise. Listen to me." So the man went and got his 7 dogs, his 6 cats, put them all into the living room. Oh my goodness. And then, pretty soon, dogs are making dog sounds. Woof, 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 woof. Cats making cat sounds. Meow, 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 meow. Cows making cow sounds. Moo, moo, moo. Chickens are making chicken sounds. The man said, "I want some quiet." Oh, he walked across town. He went back, he said, "Oh, the wise woman, please, please, please help me. She said, now what was it you wanted again? I want some quiet. Please. She said, oh. To go back to your house, go into your living room. I don't want you to take the dogs and put them outside. Take the cats and put them outside. Take the cows and put them outside. Take the chickens and put them outside. He went back into his house, into the living room, and he noticed there was the ticking of the clock. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. He said, oh, boy, I remember that clock. I got that from my grandfather. That's a special clock. Hearing it just kind of reminds me of him. Then he heard the kids playing at the playground. Na, 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 na. Said, it's so nice to hear happy kids playing around outside. I loved going to the playground when I was a kid. That's so nice. And then the wind picked up. Whoosh, whoosh. Said, boy, the sound of the wind on a summer night, it kind of cools things off and just makes you have sort of a happy feeling. You know, it sure is nice when I come into my house and sit down in the living room and notice I really do enjoy having a lot of peace and quiet. And that is the story of the man who lived in the very noisy house.